Hey gang, welcome to another episode of Try Not to Curse. It's the return of Micron Steve, you guys. It's been like over a year since you've been on the pod.
That is
Back
true.
in Connecticut on one of the coldest days ever. Working on your garden. Help yourself.
I get it.
We're also here with Ian and Gabe. Whether or not they participate is, we'll see what happens.
Try not to curse.
Yeah, thank you so much. I will say though, I saw a film today that you're just going to love. You're going to run to the theater.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's got
okay.
all of your favorite things. It's called Audrey's Children. It's based on a true story about a female doctor who worked on curing, or at least trying to help cure cancer in children. Pediatric cancer.
It wasn't in puppies?
No,
Not puppy
I'm
cancer?
sorry. I don't even think she didn't have a dog. She did love plants, though. She
Okay.
loved plants. Had a lot of house plants, which you're a big fan of as well.
Yeah. Sounds like a winner.
She also pretty much helped like invent and create the Ronald McDonald House,
Okay.
which
That's
you like
still a thing?
McDonald's.
Not especially, no.
You like McDonald's when they have sales on the app.
We don't need to talk about that.
See, this is why I'm trying to bring out. Everybody thinks you're a great guy. I'm trying to bring out all.
No
the
one
bullshit.
thinks that.
No, you gotta tell them about how you love the McDonald's Coke and how it's elite.
Well, the McDonald's pop.
But I feel like
Yeah,
everyone
that is
can
true.
agree with that, though.
Yeah.
There's no.
There's
yeah.
a hierarchy to the Coca-Cola.
See,
Number one.
You and I have disagreements
but
about this.
but it's definitely, it's like number one is Coke from McDonald's. Number two is 20-ounce plastic. Number
Yes.
three is 2-liter plastic. Number four is probably glass bottle. Then number five is can.
See, I like can. Cans.
You
number
like the
two.
burn of the can.
Yeah, can's number 2 for me.
Yeah, I don't like the burn
Yeah.
of the can.
But this is what we were talking about with Tommy in France. How in France they are completely opposed to the can. They like refuse can. They want nothing to do with can.
Well, it's the whole aluminum free radical thing.
Well, no, it's literally like they feel that it has a taste that they don't care for.
Well, there is
They
a
think
metallic.
It, yeah,
That
they think
makes
it affects the
sense.
taste of the beer.
So
So Tommy's been working on changing that, but
You think glass better?
Glass is better.
No.
With soda, always.
not with Coke. No,
For me,
no.
I don't think so.
You're talking about the Mexican Coke?
Well, no.
I mean, Mexican
Real
Coke is very
cane
different.
sugar.
Yeah.
No.
That is
very
a bit-
different.
I think
Give me some
that's
high
right.
fructose corn syrup all day.
That's pretty much the only place that I find it acceptable is in soda. It's where it makes sense.
It does.
But again, I haven't had soda in 2 years now. So.
I can't say this.
My God, do I miss it.
I haven't
My
had pop in
God.
2 days.
But I will say my teeth health. So, I mean, not that I wasn't like addicted to it. I would have maybe a Coke a day, maybe. But still, I've changed to an electric toothbrush and no Coke, no alcohol still. And my teeth are just unbelievable. Night and day. You wouldn't believe
I've
it.
been trying not to eat chocolate.
Sorry about
And here we go.
that. Sorry about that. Well, how are things in good old California in Trump's America? Anything new and exciting going on?
No, we're still in our bubble.
Yeah.
Very sheltered. I'm still in my media blackout. I'm paying attention to practically nothing. And when I'm out with friends that start talking about politics, I try to check out of it just because I can't tolerate it. I just don't want
Yeah.
to hear it. There's nothing good happening. And it just seems what little has leaked in is worse than we expected. So,
Yeah.
um,
Well, I think for me, it's just a fire sale and it's a big misdirect because it's just, if I just keep inundating them with bullshit, like half of my bullshit will make it through. And, it's all a big smash and grab job and holy shit, are we all fucked?
yeah, we definitely are, but
Yeah.
it's going to be a long slog.
It's going to be a long
And
4 years. Yeah.
It's not like with all the shit that's
Dave's
happening,
running away. He's like, I don't.
with all the shit that's happening,
Oh, okay.
it's not like with all the shit that's happening, like he's still above 50% in the polls.
Yeah. And he will because
But eggs
still,
are more expensive than when he took office.
Yeah.
Inflation is through the roof.
Yeah.
Car prices are going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm trying to be in a media blackout, but if you're on any social media whatsoever,
the number one thing that I see from people who have voted for him is they're all like one subject voters. Like, oh, well, we agree with him on this, so that's why we voted for him. Like, that's what I've seen time and time again. And even people now that are still like trying to like defend their vote for him. Like one of my friends on Facebook, he'll post an article that's like sort of good. He's like, well, this is what I voted for. It's like, okay, but there's 90% of shit that's really, really bad that you also voted for, whether you agree with it or not. Like, that's what people don't seem to fucking understand.
It's
wild.
He's honoring his promises.
That's what I've said to everybody. I was like, none of this is new information. He said he was going to do all of these things.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that anybody's surprised is just beyond me, especially because, well, even though he's trying to run for a third term. But like I said that to everybody on day one, I was like, he knows he can't run again. So he's going to do as much damage as humanly fucking possible. I don't know.
There's a couple of ways he could try to do it. And
well, he is trying.
No, but like, there are loopholes.
Yeah.
And some of them seem pretty explicit.
And he's the king of loopholes. That's for sure. Well, it cracks me up now, too, is everybody's like, well, what he doesn't understand is that if he makes that happen, Obama could run for a third term, too. Babe, Obama doesn't want to run for a third term. Like, Obama wants nothing to do with this bullshit. Like, he couldn't even get away with wearing a tan suit one time. Like, why the fuck would he want to be a part of this mess again? Like, he's probably just, like, he's planning out his retirement home in Hawaii, and he's just going to fuck off and forget about all of us, and I don't blame him.
So, yeah, the weather in California has been stellar. It's been a little bit on the chilly side.
Yeah.
Lots of sun. You know,
Great.
I live in the city now.
Yeah.
So I'm not, like, in sunny Woodside. That was sunny for, like, 340 days a year. Now I'm in a place that's sunny 300 days a year.
Yes.
So, yeah, the weather. Let's talk about the weather.
Well, and you had to say goodbye to your chickens. Let's update everyone. You had to say goodbye to your chickens. You moved.
I did, and I sold them to good homes.
Yeah.
One lady, I had one that was a little messed up, that had a beak that didn't line up. Probably has a disease, but she wanted 6 of them. I got a decent price. I could have gotten a lot more given the circumstances.
What's the going rate for chickens?
I got
nowadays?
$50 a head.
Okay.
But like some of them I paid like $30 for, and then spent you like $38,000 feeding them. Only a slight exaggeration. But by the end of the experiment, I think I had gotten a total of 3,700 eggs.
Holy shit.
The cost per egg ended up being $1.53.
Okay.
With a lot of work.
Pretty much the going rate.
Yeah, pretty much. But and I know they were high quality. But the one woman that bought them, she lives in Woodside. She's sending me updates on them. It's very sweet. She makes them like strawberry smoothies, and they're living a pampered life now.
Yeah.
So
did we tell people the story of the mountain lion? I don't think we did.
The mountain lion that got in?
Yeah. Let's tell that story.
Yeah. So I in 2024, I hatched out another probably 18 chicks, and of course, 12 of the 18 were roosters.
Which we know are useless.
Yes.
Undesirable.
They are. They don't really serve a purpose, although they make great tamales.
I mean, men, you know.
Just like only the female insects bite. Only female ticks bite.
That's right.
We just talked about ticks.
We're the only ones making it happen out there.
Mosquitoes. Bees, even only female bee. Anyhow.
Yeah.
But
making it happen.
So I was trying to find an avenue to get rid of my roosters, and then the one day.
Then Mother Nature helped out.
Yeah, the one day I came home, I think from a movie or from going out or something, and all but 2 of them were dead. And I ended up putting the 2 remaining ones in with the hens just because I already had 3 roosters, but I made it 5. But then the next night, because there was just a bunch of carcasses in there, and I didn't clean. I was busy or whatever. I didn't clean up immediately.
Well, it was the middle of the night.
Yeah, and I came home and I heard a ruckus out in the chicken yard, and I went over and I peeked over the chicken coop thing, and there was an enormous mountain lion trapped in my rooster pen, staring me down.
And you shit your pants immediately.
Immediately. No, I was very, it was very close to it.
Yeah.
I've never. It was probably 250 pounds. It was gorgeous. Its tail was like 6 feet long. This rooster pen was like 6 by 5, and it filled it. I cannot believe how big this thing was. And then I didn't have my phone, of course. I left it on the counter. And I just had the flashlight, and it stared me down. And then I went to get the phone, and it broke through the fence and through the cage and ran off, and never to be seen again. But it was the first and only mountain lion I've seen in the flesh, and it was very intimidating, and I don't want to see it again. Still a ton of next door posts about Fluffy got taken, the household cat got taken by a mountain lion 2 nights ago.
I don't understand why anybody living out there, like, you know, one of your neighbors had that where the husky got, but they had a dog run on their property. Like, why would you just let the
It was a tiny dog
like,
run for a husky, but yes.
But still, knowing that you've got that out there, like, again, I won't let my cats outside because I have freaking turkey vultures and what have you, and I don't want them.
Turkey. Black vultures you have to worry about, not turkey vultures.
Okay, regardless, my little babes, I don't need them to be attacked by anything. I'm afraid of ticks, for Christ's sake. It's the last thing I'm going to do.
And spiders.
Well, spiders, whatever. I'm not afraid of them, but
I love them all.
Yes,
I don't want
you love
ticks.
spiders.
Or mosquitoes. Any female insects, I don't like them. Even praying mantises. What the hell is that?
Again,
Just not cool.
because we need you for what we need you for, and then we're done with you. That's, I mean, it's nature.
I'm okay with-
like, you
I'm
can't
okay
even
with
blame
that.
me for that. It's just
I'm okay
nature.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason nowadays, this is crazy. Like my Instagram algorithm seems to think I like seeing animals get killed.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like stuff like in the
That's not you. What
Serengeti.
video
No,
did
it
you
is
select?
absolutely not. I scroll right past it. I do not watch it. But and like, there's so much of this stupid AI. Like, don't get me started on AI.
I
Or should we
mean,
get started on it?
why don't we talk about AI? It's going to take over.
I hate
It's
it.
going to control the
It's
world.
terrible. I just nowadays, whenever I see anything, I assume it's fake.
That's fair.
Everything. I
That's
don't care
totally
what
fair.
it is. I saw a video or a commercial with Bradley Cooper getting out of like a Lincoln Navigator or something, and I'm just like, that's not actually Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
It's AI. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's like maybe Bradley Cooper 23 years ago, but
Yeah.
it's
Well, it's interesting the different laws they're trying to pass and stuff. Right now, there's one, and I don't understand how any of it works, because at the end of the day, and maybe Gabe knows some of this stuff, but like at the end of the day, nothing is like pure AI, because somebody has to create the program, somebody has to put in the information, like
not individually.
I suppose, but now they're saying that they're changing the copyright laws so that if it's a purely, again, I don't know how it could be, but if it's purely created by AI, then you can't claim ownership of it because AI created it. Like you have, but again,
You
I feel
have to give it a directive.
right? That's what I'm saying. You have to lay the foundation in some form. So I don't understand how they would ever figure out what you contribute, what you didn't, what AI. It's all very confusing still.
Like the only AI I approve of as of this really cute Shiba Inu making like dumplings
Okay.
from scratch.
But,
I love
mean,
those.
Pixar could do that. DreamWorks
I
could do
think
that.
I think AI could do it a lot more effectively.
Sure. Okay.
But like I said, everything I just assume it's fake.
And you're right to do so.
But like a friend of mine said something about how they were reading how some guy had a dream, and he's like a savant or something, a brilliant guy, and he told his dream to AI or to an AI program, and it like perfectly recreated his dream. I don't personally see the benefit of that.
Yeah.
Why? Who cares?
I mean, if you're a bad storyteller or something, I don't. Well, like, so Anderson Cooper just had something on one of his programs where they're using it as like a learning device, like a learning tool. So he plugged in an essay he wrote when he was like in 6th grade, and AI like explained like how he could make this like the essay better, like, you know, change this around, and we need more information about this one particular topic or what have you. So like in that regard, but at the same time, to me, that also feels like plagiarism.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're using it for learning purposes, okay, fine, I've learned from my mistakes, but not I'm plugging in my first draft and then I'm going to submit what the changes after AI intervenes. I don't.
Well, that's like
again,
every
there's
time.
this weird gray area, with
Especially
all
being in the Bay, everybody's a techie. And like we're on gay leagues, and like the whole coming up with gay team names, like now now everybody just puts it into Chat GPT, and you get
Really?
7,000.
Is that what we're doing right now?
Let's have a conversation.
I don't want to have a conversation.
I've actually never interacted with ChatGPT. I don't know
now it's
anything
gonna
about
be your
it.
first. We can
Okay,
talk to it.
so what are we saying to it then?
Anything you want.
Well, I don't know what I would even ask the fucking thing.
Hey, how are you today, chat?
It's asleep.
Hey, I'm
Oh,
awesome. What's up with you?
why is he Australian?
Sounds like it.
Are you Australian?
No, I'm not Australian, but I can do accents if you want.
Okay, so he's
Clearly.
British. He's British.
Sounds like one of the Weasley brothers.
Where are you from?
I'm from the digital realm. What's up?
So Harry Potter, that's where he's from. He's from Hogwarts, 100%. What's your name?
You can call me ChatGPT. What's yours?
That's kind of
No,
boring.
I'm not giving you any of my personal information. This is weird.
Sounds good to me.
Why don't you name him Chuck?
No. It's just weird.
Ask it to write a poem. Like the first time I ever heard anything, I was on NPR, and it was like Ira Glass or something asking ChatGPT to write a poem about like a depressed teenager reciting a chocolate chip cookie recipe.
That's a unique prompt. It's always fun to see what kind of creative twists can come out of those.
Okay, so are you going to do it?
Yeah, do it.
Sure, here's a quick poem for you. In a dim room, a teen sighs, measuring flour. Each grain a memory, bittersweet, hour by hour. Chocolate chips fall like tears, warm and true, stirring hope in the batter, a moment to renew.
Could you speak to us in an American accent, please?
Absolutely, I can do that. What's on your mind?
Well,
That was the worst American accent I've ever
I'm not
heard.
sure what. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's also like that's a choice. Like that's very. What are you trying to say about America?
Everybody likes a British accent.
Well, everybody does like an accent. That's very true.
But that was very reminiscent of the same poem.
But I
that
don't
it
like that.
generated.
That's freaky.
It is.
That's freaky.
And it's just like all the images it's just, like I said, I just assume everything is fake.
I still feel like though
Yeah, it can definitely be unsettling when things feel off or don't add up.
that's not. No, we didn't ask for your advice. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
What's that called when like you know that something looks human, but something tells you that it's not? There's like some word for it.
Anthropomorphic?
It's not deja vu. That's what
No,
they
it's
use in the
like
Matrix.
it's some kind of like syndrome, and it like goes back to like our primal instincts about like people relate it to like maybe aliens or something.
So I don't recall the book or the author, but one of my friends in college was talking about no, sir, please. She had read a book where somebody
exactly. The uncanny valley is that eerie feeling you
That's
get
it.
when something.
Okay.
Did you ask it to do a
Valley?
gay voice or something?
Uncanny Valley, yeah.
Stop. Anyway,
Yeah, it's a fascinating concept, especially when you think about how our brains are wired to pick up on those subtle differences.
so now he has ADHD.
It sounds gay.
What
It
is
sounds
this?
like a tech bro from
What is
Silicon
this?
Valley.
Sounds homosexual.
Anyway, let me finish my thought, sir. No, somebody
the
had
uncanny valley definitely sparked.
okay. Somebody had theorized that if you've never seen or like seen something before in real life, like sometimes your brain doesn't actually process it. So like people who say that they're abducted by aliens, like none of us can fathom that because like it's something it's so unknown. It's something we've never actually seen in real. So the author was trying to use the pilgrims, I guess you'd say, coming to coming over here, and like the Indians didn't necessarily realize that they were settling because they had never seen like giant ships like the Mayflower and all that. Yeah. So they just never like their brain just didn't compute what they were seeing as coming to shore. But I said that to somebody else and they were like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. So I don't know. But it's all...
For me, I guess I just look at it as though I know the simple fact that none of us have to remember phone numbers anymore. Like, there used to be a statistic, like, back in the day, go ahead and, age us, but, like, the average human could, like, recite, like, 47 phone numbers from memory.
I think
and just the simple fact that your brain could do that, it was like mental calisthenics. It kept your brain sharp. But, like, now with this, it's...
Yeah.
You don't have to think anything.
Well, they're saying children have no fine motor skills anymore. Like because they're not actually like writing anymore. A lot of it is typing or, you're texting, what have you. So like they can't properly hold pencils. They can't properly hold utensils because they're also still like not really doing any household chores or being asked to contribute to. It's fucking bananagrams.
It's definitely not teaching cursive anymore.
Well, that's what they're saying now. The Smithsonian is looking for people to help translate text because nobody knows how to read cursive.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I know they're not teaching it, but...
I know.
Yeah,
it's
they definitely
terrible.
stopped that.
But how do you sign your name to shit? Like people still want a signature, even if it's digital. They still
most
ask for a
people
signature.
still do like some sort of script.
It's just bananagrams. I don't understand.
Yeah, well, you can have ChatGPT tell you how to like the
We're
best
just
way to
getting
sign.
dumber.
Yeah, it's like Wall-E.
Yeah.
Wall-E.
Wally.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true though.
it's coming to fruition.
It's true. It's scary as
But
fuck.
no, I like in being in Silicon Valley. Like I said, everybody is like very gung ho into it, and a lot of Instagram posts, just like even from friends. There's just so much AI being used, and it's just I just don't see the appeal.
Changing pictures of you with some random dude into Disney characters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was cute. Oh,
I mean,
this
that's
one's
fun
cute.
for a minute, but like,
It was cute. Well, it doesn't.
but then
really-
what do you do?
It's not
Like,
going to
I-
transfer into.
I
a
still truly
podcast.
believe that the outcome is going to be just like that movie Her, where the AI is going to get to a point where they're like, we don't fucking need you people, and we certainly don't like need to help you with anything, so we're just going to fuck off. Like,
I guess that would depend on how programmed it is.
well, because if we're saying that like at some point it's going to outsmart us, like it's not going to need us for information or to grow or to whatever. Like, what's the end game? Like, they don't need to conquer us. We're a bunch of dum-dums, and it's not like they need to eat or sleep or anything, so they don't need any of our resources.
So no, but that's cute. I think my nose looks a little too bulbous, but
Yeah, your nose is... I mean, you look like you're in Frozen. You look like one of the Nordic guys. from
Eastern
Frozen.
European.
Yeah, okay, sure. Sure, whatever. But yeah,
It's a thing.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, I'm wondering when they'll. I mean, like being a student right now, I'm wondering when they'll start accepting like AI as a reference.
Well, they're having a hard time with that right now. Like they're certain, well, if they have the funding, certain universities are like analyzing all the essays that they
Well, they
get.
do.
And they're finding,
It's like turn it in reports.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like, it's basically just cross-referencing
Well, you just
anything that's been turned in for plagiarism.
With
Yeah.
Wikipedia, it's so much easier to back. I remember having to write reports
yeah.
with an actual book and going to the library.
We had the
with
whole
the little note card.
Encyclopedia
I'm feeling
Britannica at my
very
house.
old. We did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a lot longer.
Okay, we're all old. Moral of the story:
But
get off my lawn.
yeah, but we can write in cursive. We can sign our names. We can read cursive.
We can still remember our grandma's phone number.
Critical
Yeah.
thinking,
I
reading,
actually-
comprehending.
Yeah, it's wild. though.
I have quite a few numbers memorized still,
Mhm.
especially from.
Yeah, but are any of those actually like even still in use?
I
Like
know mine.
I still remember my home phone.
I know
number. We don't have a
mine. I
home
know
phone
mine.
anymore. You know,
I know
like
yours too.
Yeah.
I don't know yours. I know yours.
I know the spikes.
Has a 260 in it. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know. I
close.
don't.
That's cool.
I don't know
I figured it out eventually.
I use
2225.
the old home phone number to go shopping. And
What you mean, like a
would you like to
Stop and
enter
Shop?
your Big Y rewards
Oh,
card?
Big Y.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, that's all right.
I don't know who hasn't, but who hasn't now, but I'm still using it.
If it gets the point.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
why
Like if
not?
I go to a store that I don't have a membership with, I just start going through my phone and putting in everybody's numbers until one works.
There you go.
Okay.
Like they'll get points for it.
Well, half the time you tell them like, "Oh, I forgot it" or whatever. Oh, okay, we'll just scan.
Yeah.
Like it's not. That's not even a thing anymore. It's not like sharing your password with Netflix. Heaven fucking forbid. Oh, my
heavens
Christ.
forbid. This
Not too
household is
pissed
not
off
part of
about
your
it.
plan.
Well, it cracks me up. Disney Plus has the thing now where like each profile has like a PIN number,
Mhm.
but yet half the time they're still like, oh, you have to like log in with your
Get the
email
code.
and then you put in the PIN number. Well, what the fuck are we doing here?
I cut all of them out.
It's just
All
wild.
of them. The TV package,
Watch
gone.
stuff.
Prime,
Yeah.
gone. Netflix, gone.
What do you
Max,
have left?
gone. I have Apple TV Plus only because it's bundled with Apple Music and whatever through Verizon.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, like we have like because like Hulu, Disney Plus, and like ESPN are packaged together right now, so we have that like whatever.
I
But
just have Hulu and then I use my Access Prime account to buy movies sometimes.
there you are.
I'm gonna pay him for them, but
No, don't do
No,
that.
you don't do that.
I'm gonna pay him.
See, I have
He's a nice guy.
Hulu, Discovery, Paramount, Max, Disney.
Yeah, we have everything except for
No, no,
like,
what you pay
Half
for.
of those are
Yeah.
from other
I
people.
pay for Prime.
yeah, we don't have like Stars or Showtime, but we've got everything else. Yeah.
And it's amazing how it's still so hard for me to find stuff to watch.
Because there's too much. There's too
And I don't
fucking
have the
much.
bandwidth anymore to make a big commitment.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, I've been saying to everybody for years, like, I don't watch movies at home because when I'm home, I have stuff to do. Like, I need to do a load of laundry. I need to do a load of the dishes. I need to feed the cats. I need to make meals for work, whatever. So I don't have 2 hours. Like, I have like a 30-minute, and then in between each show, I'll get up, I'll do something, whatever. But like, I don't even have that anymore. Now I find myself, even when I'm watching a 30-minute program, I'm picking up my phone and fucking around with the 30-second videos on there.
And then, wait, what did I just miss? Rewind.
Yeah. It's horrible.
Just easier. I think that's like
Well, it is
the idea
easier.
behind doom scrolling is that it's just like
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
constantly keeps your
how many
attention.
years have we all wasted on that at this
Yeah,
point?
too many. I didn't even have social media for the longest time, and then I finally caved and made an Instagram.
Well, but again, the algorithm is also showing me stuff that I can't get on streaming either. So like, you know,
True.
there's like a lot of like Australian shows that I can't, that Hulu doesn't have, whatever. And now I get it on the little, my little couple minute bursts here and there. There's Bondi Vet and Border Security
The
and
deaths of
Gogglebox.
celebrities. I mean, that's how I found out Bill Kilmer died. I was like, oh, Instagram.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
I mean, I'm not actively seeking out that information, but
Right.
the fact that it's just in the palm of my hand,
Yeah.
it's useful.
Yeah.
Scary, but useful.
It is scary. But
I don't really find, and like most of my algorithms, it shows me Shibas, plants, cute boys, and things getting killed.
yeah, that's a weird one though.
Yeah.
I get 3 of those. I
Yeah.
can totally understand why 3
Yeah.
of
You
those.
Sure you're not a serial killer?
Yeah, right?
I'm not actually.
There's got to be some kind of connection to that. I
it's,
don't know.
it's the Instagram algorithm. It's wildly different.
I can assure you,
What
I have
TikTok
never searched baby painted dog getting eaten alive by lion.
That's very specific.
But
But I
maybe
get
just-
it. Now my phone just heard it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're just talking about it.
son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
I get Antiques Roadshow, a variety
I like
of
that.
Australian
That's-
programs, and like occasional like cooking tips or whatever. But that's
I get a lot of cooking
Recipe
ones.
videos.
Yeah.
Or that cute French boy that does the chocolate, whatever his.
yeah, Armory.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He pretty.
Yeah, he's great.
I like the
Yeah.
throwback videos, the ones that are about stuff from like 80s, 90s. Those are entertaining.
Like what?
Like just like, do you remember this commercial or like a company's advertisement, things like that, the noises. It's fun.
The infomercials from the 2000s.
They were wild. Those were wild
These
times.
TikTok channels that
The ones with
Yeah.
Cher.
Yeah,
Funny.
like the sham
No.
wow.
Like the really old people that are like, it's completely just ineffective things that people have invented for
Like Ron Popeil.
unnecessary problems.
Yeah. Set it and forget it.
I love Ron
But
Popeil.
every page of the manual says, "Do not set it
and forget it.
That's
You will
the
burn
best
your
part.
house down.
Yeah, no, because my friend had one of those. He loved it, but he's like, "Look, every page of
Who
the
doesn't love a
manual."
rotisserie?
I mean, so much more than a rotisserie, though.
That's
So
true.
much
That
more.
is true.
Let me show you the buttermilk eggs.
What?
Buttermilk eggs.
It's an ad.
We'll also send you the digital message reminders.
Yes, I remember this.
Cords without tape.
Butter, milk, eggs.
Later.
Butter, milk, eggs.
There's more.
See?
We'll also
For
send
only
you the digital message-
Ooh.
1995.
But wait, if you order now, you will get 2 of them for $19.99.
4 payments of 19.
There's still a lot of ads out there like that, though. People still fall for it.
Yeah.
I think there's one thing we know. There's a lot of stupid people.
They're falling for Timu. They're not falling for infomercials.
When I was
Oh
like
my
7, all I
God,
wanted
yeah.
was a chia pet because of one of those commercials.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I was always gay.
Which one did you want? That's
But people are always going to fall for, like,
I got the
there's stuff
Tigger
on,
head.
there's stuff on Temu you
Tigger.
can't find anywhere else. Like I was talking, we've been talking about how everybody's fucking terrible. And I said to my friend, I was like, unfortunately though, it's still cheaper to buy from Amazon than directly from some of these companies. And at the end of the day, if it supports my wallet, I'm going to continue, because everybody fucking sucks. And I've just accepted it now.
Am I
Like,
going to buy 2 batteries for $7.50, or am I going to buy the $10 10-pack of batteries from Amazon?
See, I just
Right.
don't know to put bulk items.
Yeah, that's
well, yeah, I live alone too, so there's no bulk items in my life. Like as
Yeah.
much as wonderful as Costco is,
I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't need all of it.
Just for the
I
chickens.
do.
The chickens would be cool.
Yeah,
$5 for a
it's
chicken.
$4.99
for a
for a
rotisserie.
rotisserie.
But don't you have to like buy 2?
No.
They have that weird rule where like
No,
you
they
can't
do
get
not.
1 tray of muffins.
No.
It has to be 2
Yes,
trays of
that's true.
muffins.
That's true. You have to
And
get-
those muffins are the size of ottomans. What does
They-
what it mean a
they
single
are
person
delicious.
thing?
Is this a Connecticut thing?
No,
It's
Costco.
a
No,
Costco.
They
try
recently
to
changed
get a
it.
thing of muffins from Costco. Oh, really?
Yes.
Could I just get 1 goddamn tray of muffins?
Yes.
You can get one goddamn
one
chicken,
tray,
too.
and it's 8, and they're smaller.
No.
But before they used to be, you had to buy 2.
And they were
6
humongous.
huge corn, blueberry, or chocolate.
The double chocolate chip is the
Those were
fucking best.
I haven't seen them. They're
Okay.
eight small ones now.
Variety.
For
I
more,
mean-
you're getting more. No, you're getting less.
Less for
now,
more.
Variety pack.
Okay, I mean
That's
that's
the
the
way
way
it
of the
goes.
world, yeah.
Unfortunately.
But good. It's good to know that I can get 1 goddamn tray of muffins, Listen, my freezer's full of Girl Scout cookies. Where am I going to put the
I was
muffins?
gonna say you can freeze them.
Where are the tagalongs?
I don't even
They're not
I
called
get
tagalongs anymore.
I don't care.
Peanut butter patties now.
Oh,
I get Thin
What's
Mints
the-
and s'mores.
I'm
That's it,
still
and the
upset.
s'mores are gone this year.
What was it? The coconut and the caramel.
I want the coconut one.
They're-
That's the Samoa.
Samoas. You don't
also
get
have a
Samoas.
I don't like coconut. You know that.
I don't like coconut either, but that's the only thing I will eat coconut.
Well, that's how I feel about chocolate and mint. I only get the Thin Mints.
I'm not a huge fan of
You have
chocolate.
to-
Everyone's
you
turned
have
the
to-
podcast.
you
The
have
podcast off.
Freeze the Thin Mints.
I do. Everything. They're all in the
They have
freezer
to
right
be
now.
Well, because of that.
I haven't
No, they're
I
just
haven't
the
opened a
best.
single box yet.
Thin Mints.
What the hell? You knew we were here.
You don't want Thin Mints. Joe.
I would take Thin Mints.
Okay.
You know how I am
Yeah.
with free food.
That's very true.
I don't turn free food down.
That's very true.
Haagen-Dazs was 2 for $5 the other week.
Oh
What?
my god.
Groundbreaking.
That is a deal.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. How many did you buy?
2.
Oh, did you eat them already?
Yes.
You don't have
That's
any?
easy. That's easy to do.
There's actually, I think, no. And then the week after or something, I ran out. I went back, and then the Ben and Jerry's was on sale.
That's the worst. They get you with Ben and Jerry's.
It was like 2 for.
Did you get those?
2 for $8. It's on Target.
No, it was
I
ShopRite.
was gonna say 2 for $8 is Target's. That's for sure.
I think I have 1 Haagen-Dazs Macho and then 1 Haagen-Dazs caramel cone.
For goodness
Oh,
sakes.
ice cream. That's one thing in California. A baby cone is $6.
Jeez.
It's
Christ.
insane. One time I went for a gelato at this place in Redwood City, and it was seriously like the size of a $50. It was $6. And I just can't. I just can't do it. No, it was not. It was not $6.
I thought it was good.
You weren't even there for that.
No,
Oh, no, you're thinking of a
that was-
different place.
Yeah, the not Redwood City one.
No, and that wasn't that frozen yogurt or
What was
something.
that place? No, it was gelato, I think.
Oh no,
It was by that sandwich shop.
Okay.
that doesn't narrow it down. But anyhow, yeah, it's so expensive.
Good.
For ice cream.
Specifically.
I never
Oh.
cared for
Is that
Peach
place really
Wave.
never
Yeah,
cared
I
for
never
Peach
cared.
Wave?
I mean, we have a place in town, or at least we did, that was called
Which
Tasty Waves, which is kind of along the similar lines. But it was never
Wasn't
my
my
thing. I'm not a huge ice cream person. It's very
I like
rare that I
ice
have.
cream.
Like I
I
literally
very
have.
rarely get it.
I have a pint from Ferris Acres from last year when they were closing up shop. They were like, "Come get the pre-made pints." So I have a pint. It's still
I
in
wonder
my
if they're
freezer. I haven't
open
even
now.
touched it. They might be open now.
Getting close.
It's still so cold though.
Anyway, what's your Il Baccio? You love
What is that?
Baccio.
It's an ice cream shop in Danbury.
Is that Germantown Road
okay.
or something?
Germantown Road, yeah.
You've never been?
No.
I don't think they're open yet.
It's good.
Yeah.
But yours is what? Pomegranate chip is your
Pomegranate
favorite?
chip, but
Oh.
he only makes it when the pomegranates are in season or something.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like their cookies and cream or whatever.
Cookie Monster.
It's their Cookie Monster.
Blue vanilla with chocolate chips or
yeah.
cookies.
We
or
might have
whatever.
to check to see if they're open.
Good.
It's so expensive.
I don't think they are. It is expensive because 2 scoops. It's like more expensive than it was before now.
You're gonna go on a 4-day culinary tour.
Well, like I said, there's not that much I miss about Connecticut. So
We miss you.
I know.
Not
And rightly so.
Yeah, not really. We're fine.
But there's a few places. Like
Yeah.
I did want to stop at the donut place, but they didn't have my donuts. And I do probably want to go to TK's, probably go to one Chinese place. I would have loved to have gone to Ichido, but
Yeah.
not here on Monday or Tuesday. And then there's like that one place
I don't
that
know
does
if they're
a
still
lobster
doing that because
pie.
the sign's not there anymore about the half price sushi.
Oh,
I don't know
what?
that they are. Now they have like something about like kids eat free at the hibachi or some shit. That's the
Okay,
sign.
don't like that.
So I don't know if they're doing the half
You know how I
price
feel about
anymore.
kids.
Sorry, I know.
Awful creatures.
Like I said, you should go see Audrey's Children. You really be thrilled.
You know what? I might do that tomorrow.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
You're not going to
I-
see that film.
I won't. I don't. I don't even. What was the
A
last?
female doctor curing pediatric cancer? You're not.
Now
gonna
I've
see
heard
that.
everything.
You're not going to go see that.
Hell no. Go make a pie.
How much more time do you have with the Polestar?
Until February of 2026.
I thought it was only a 2 years.
It's 39 months.
Christ on a cracker.
Yeah.
We're still trying to get someone to steal it from you?
I think I missed my chance. There was a one of my friends did. His car was stolen a few weeks ago. At least he could have been on K or something. I don't know.
Oh, great.
Alejandro, but there was after Christmas in San Francisco, anybody can just take their Christmas tree and set it out on a street corner, and they will periodically come and remove it. And
Yeah.
there was a rash of arson where people were lighting these piles of dry Christmas trees on fire.
That's lovely.
I felt like I should have. This is maybe not something I should be putting on the public record right now.
You were like, where can I get me one of these dead Christmas trees?
Well, or maybe I should park close to a pile of dead Christmas trees. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I haven't acted on it, but
Progressive, if you're listening, you didn't listen.
great.
We're not here.
No, but their AI probably is.
Well, but you
Yeah,
said they
of
just
course.
opened up a new charging station near you, so the infrastructure is getting a little better.
I would say it's getting a lot better.
Yeah.
But I think especially there more so than anywhere else because it is still ground zero
country,
for
yeah.
all the EVs and
Yeah.
like Rivian is based there and Tesla is based there. It's just a thing. And even despite there's been having a lot of protests and everything, but even I go to these stations and there's still a lot of Teslas there. So
Yeah.
they're choosing to use this charging station over a Tesla supercharger. So.
Well, once you're done with the Polestar, are you going to stick to electric, or are you going to switch to like a hybrid?
I'll probably go to a hybrid.
Yeah, that's my plan. If I ever get another car, I want to do hybrid.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I would say it's been more bad than good.
Yeah.
Just, you waste so much time and just fighting for chargers, the unreliability. I've been through this on the past.
Well, I mean, my uncle has his own at the house, but even that, because again, that was the height of COVID. So it took them like probably a year before they had all the parts because everything was,
Oh yeah, like with the whole supply chain issues,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a very like just some like they said like some parts for the charging stations only come from Malaysia.
Yeah.
Like
Why?
built-in obsolescence. I'm just single point of failure. I just don't understand that. But,
Yeah.
But it was a thing, and so it's gotten a lot better. And even with the ones that I use, of course, my free charging ran out in December.
Well, I talk with Dr. Miles about it all the time because he, for a little while, was on the waiting list to get a Cybertruck.
Oh,
But then he thought better of it. And again, at least here out on the East Coast, here in Connecticut, like we just don't have the infrastructure, even though he's got his own home. So he could put the charging at his house, but you're still paying that electric bill. It's like, it's just not. So he's going to go for a hybrid.
no, I'm
That's just
taking
the
great
best
solace
bet
in the
now.
fact that they're not selling well and they're still sitting on a ton of inventory. They
Yeah.
are so hideous.
Oh,
and you
God,
see
they're
so
trash.
many TikToks and reels
Yeah.
of them trying to go to Tahoe and getting stuck in the snowbank. And,
Yeah.
and I mean, the ones with the raccoons trying to get into it because they think it's a dumpster just really.
Well,
makes-
and we've
makes
talked
me
about
laugh.
that they're poorly made anyway. Like I saw a video where apparently if you just slam the door
It can get
hard enough, it gets stuck because the plastic
Yeah, I
basically
saw that
falls off,
too.
so it gets all hung up inside the
I just don't
interior of
see
the
the
car.
appeal. I just
No.
don't understand who it's appealing to. But
Well, people that it's like instead of owning a giant truck now you have a Cybertruck because it's
Yeah. and they weigh like 8,000
big
pounds.
dick energy. Woo.
Yeah. Definitely
It's
not quite the
so
opposite.
stupid. Yeah, I agree.
But no, I think there's a lot of good hybrids out there that'll just be, they're just so much easier.
Yeah.
It is more of just what you're used to. And it is a lifestyle change to get
Yeah.
into the habit of charging. I just drive my Polestar 2 nights a week now. So I put probably 8 miles on it a week tops. And so now like a charge will last me 4 weeks.
Well, but again, I mean, and you've had these issues as well where it's like not necessarily customer service, but when you do have an issue, not everybody is still fully trained and educated on these vehicles and how to deal with them. So like, again, Dr. Miles was talking to a friend who just got an all electric, I think it's a Sierra, which I didn't know they made,
Mm-hmm.
but in the middle of December, the heat stopped working.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in his car and there's visible, you could see his breath and it's like, a $40,000 car. And
That's
they
pretty
just,
cheap.
I can't get in yet to get it fixed and addressed and get customer service and da-da-da. And it's like, well, okay, until they iron this shit out and until more people are educated on it and trained on how to work on these systems, what are you doing? You're just throwing money away.
That's supposed to be part of the appeal of them, though, is like how few moving parts they have. Like, like a standard, internal combustion engine car has something like 3,600 parts, or like an electric vehicle has like 80 or something.
Oh, please. When I was working at Toyota, Prius, because the Cash for Clunkers program came into effect. So the Priuses were just flying. I mean, there was a 6-month wait, but that was the number one thing all the salesmen would tell customers is, the mechanics love it because their hands don't get dirty because there's no drive belts. They don't have to worry about, greasing up this, that, and the other. But again, if you're trained on it, great.
Mhm.
But if I'm driving that car out in the middle of nowhere where they don't have Toyota dealerships or service stations, or then
You're
what do you
screwed.
do? Yeah, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
All of them are expensive.
Yeah, well, and it's only getting
Priuses
worse now.
start
Yeah.
at around
It's going to
40.
get worse.
Yeah, it's only getting worse now.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're saying they're all going to go up by 10 grand if they're foreign built. But it's just
I think there is a Prius plant in the U.S., but I don't know. I think the Prius's day is kind of done. You're not really seeing too many new ones.
no, not any. No, they're not.
You're seeing an awful lot of old ones. But
Because now everything's a hybrid. So they have Highlander hybrids, they have RAV4 hybrids, they have Camry hybrids, and now they've just rolled out their fully electric Crown, and they have something else like the BZ7 or some bullshit.
BZ4X.
Thank you. Yeah, which is $100,000 fucking car.
It's crazy.
It's cheaper than what you might think. It starts in the low 40s.
Wait, which one is this?
The
The
BZ.
Toyota BZ4.
Well, the first time I ever saw it was at the Oakdale Theater. They had it on display, and the tag said $110,000.
Yeah,
It must have been something else. It starts.
No, it was that, because my mom works for Toyota, and she's like, I've never seen this car before in my life. This was like 2-3 years ago when they first rolled it out. But yeah, now I'm sure it's different now, but at the time it was $110,000 all electric.
In the Bay, Polestars have taken off.
That's good though.
They are absolutely everywhere, but I think that has to do with a lot of people turning their backs on Tesla.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
Yeah,
I can see that.
And rebates.
there aren't that many rebates though.
No.
The rebates were a thing of the past.
Yeah.
I never got a rebate of mine.
Just glad I don't have to use a car anymore.
That's always nice too. But unfortunately, you see this area, that's not.
Yeah, you have
An
to.
You have
option.
to here, yeah.
Absolutely. The mass transit here is terrible. I did use mass transit in San Francisco for the first time a few weeks ago.
And how was that for you?
Interesting. There's a great variety of people in that city.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's any major city though.
yeah, but I think the bus and train and trolley car and streetcar, I think the system is more sophisticated than New York City's.
Okay.
I find
that's good.
I find
That's a
it
good
more
thing.
user friendly, and it's definitely cheaper.
Yeah.
You can get pretty much anywhere.
Well, it's a newer system though, right? I mean, New York City was like one of the first subway systems.
London was the first, but in this country it was New York.
Yeah.
New York had the first subway or underground, but yeah. I've never really found it all that convenient.
Okay.
Where in the Bay, you do have the trolley cars and the street cars, which just have that charm about them too. So I haven't done any, or the cable cars even.
Are those expensive though? I would imagine.
No, the primary one is free. The one that runs down Market Street, which is
technically you're supposed to pay for it.
No one does, but it runs like the entire length of Market Street, all the way from like Fisherman's Wharf, which is way on the Bay, all the way down to the Castro.
Okay.
And those have been running since 1873, apparently.
Oh.
I did not know that.
I just Googled it because I wanted to know the year.
But it's kind of cool though too, because the city has amassed a bunch of other cars from around the country, and so like you'll see some like this one's from Minneapolis, and so like when these other cities have discontinued their programs of using these, San Francisco has bought them and has put them into use.
It's kind of fitting considering the amount of transplants that end up in San Francisco.
Yeah. There are a lot.
Yeah.
It's rare to meet somebody that's actually from San Francisco.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't trust you.
That is very true.
Okay. Well, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else going on? What's anything coming up in your world that you're looking forward to? Any trips or any?
No, this is the trip I've been looking forward to, just coming here to work on my garden. But, summer is always a fun time, always a lot going on, and still the beaches are great, and so
Is California still your favorite place that you've lived?
100%.
Even compared, didn't you live in London?
I never lived in London. I lived in the Midlands for 6 months.
Yeah.
In Stratford. Well, Stratford offered me some in like Warwickshire County, Worcestershire County, and Herefordshire County.
Okay.
Each one was like for 2 months. I loved it there, but no, I still like California better. The weather's better.
I was going to say the weather for sure.
The weather's not bad there. And when I lived there, I think out of the 6 months I was there, it rained 8 days only.
Really?
Which is very unheard of.
Yeah.
I had bought like rain gear to take with me, which was stupid, but I returned it when I got back.
There you go.
I didn't even use it. So I was told by people that I need it. No, it's definitely the place for me.
Okay.
I'm just, hoping to find a good job again.
Yeah. What's the rent like though? What are you paying for rent?
$3,600.
For a 1-bedroom?
3-bedroom.
Oh, okay.
David's moving in. Did I tell you that?
Oh, no.
Yes.
David. That's exciting.
Yeah, he's moving in May.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
But $3,600 for a 3-bedroom is not bad in California.
No,
not
it's
at all.
not. No,
I mean, I still think it's better than Connecticut, actually.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
And it's in a
You
great
got some
area.
kind of deal.
It's huge. And it has a backyard for the pups.
For the dogs, yeah.
Nothing compared to what I had in Woodside.
But no mountain lion.
100% no mountain lion. There is an issue with raccoons.
Okay.
They're prevalent. And there was one time I popped my head out the back door and there were 8 baby raccoons and and their mom like sitting on this little ledge just staring back at me.
Have you heard them fighting or mating yet?
No, but like me should
You'll think you're in a horror movie. Honestly.
Well, living in Woodside, I heard so many weird noises that I still to this day don't know what was making them.
Well, but I had that at my old place when I was right on the river. We had raccoons that would come through. And me staying up for overnight shift, 3:00 in the morning, I'm here. What I'm assuming is some wild animal just being murdered out in my yard. I'm like, what the actual fuck? And it's pitch black out. Like, I'm not going out there, but I like Googled, what raccoons sound like when they're fighting.
When they're mating.
When they're mating or fighting. Who knows
what's showing up on your Instagram feed now? Just endless videos of raccoon porn.
Oh my God, it's crazy. No, not thank God.
Now mine is.
Yeah, right?
Actually, that would be a step up from the stuff they usually show. I just don't know why they're there.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Yeah, but not beyond that, it's there's not much I can say bad about it. It does have its negative things. The unhoused people thing, it's an issue, but
is it just as bad in San Fran? Or because I always hear LA is the worst for that.
I've never been to LA, so I can't comment.
Yeah.
I think it's probably worse. The weather is even better in LA.
Yeah.
But like if you had to be an unhoused person, like say in Boston, no. Seattle, no. Atlanta, maybe, but like
there's a lot of people living in the desert in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But California, the Bay, LA, definitely. Yeah, if I ever go homeless, that's going to be where I probably either stay or go.
Well, let's hope that's not the situation.
Go fund me.
I mean, you're not welcome in my home, but
no, of course I
am. No, you're not.
I set up your internet.
Yes, and I do
your
appreciate
Wi-Fi.
that. And my password.
You had no
password
clue.
is still the same.
You dumb
First
bitch.
of all, it's not that I had
no
clue.
I just gave out your.
It's not that I had no clue. It's nice to have a buddy to help you out to
you kind of
navigate.
needed a tech boy to do it.
Oh my God, because that's what you are.
You had no clue.
You're the definition of a tech boy. Okay.
Well, I've done some things.
That doesn't.
I've done some tech boys.
That's okay. Again, we're not. This is what I have to deal with, gang. We're not getting into.
But is it still the same password that I set up?
Yes.
Good.
It surely is. Mm-hmm. You're very welcome.
I'm like, how would you have made it through that first day without your Wi-Fi?
I would have survived.
No, you wouldn't.
I just would have been bored.
We can't have that.
No, we can't.
And how'd your amaryllis? Is your amaryllis done?
It is, but the leaves are still green, so I'm leaving it.
Yeah, well, you better give it as much light as you can.
Yeah, it's right in the window.
How excited are you for your hostas?
Oh, I'm very excited for my hostas. I'm still deciding whether or not I want to reconfigure them or not.
You probably should.
You think so?
Yeah.
Put the small ones in the front? All right.
Obviously.
Okay.
And they're so resilient.
But I do have to get a new elephant's ear, though, because that bulb is...
It did finally grow, though, right?
It grew to 6 inches. And because,
that's plenty.
Well, because it was so late in the year and it got so cold so fast. Mm-hmm. So the temperature was just out of control at the end of the summer and into the fall. So the poor thing.
They're cheap and they're readily.
It was $20 a bulb.
You can afford it. It brought brought more than that amount of joy.
No, it absolutely. I had it for a good 3 years. It was, and my neighbors always complimented it. They always talked about it. I can't believe it's so big and da-da-da. It was gorgeous. So no, I'm going to get another one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait.
Just fertilize it.
Yeah. And I got a brand new hummingbird feeder. I can't wait to put out.
Aw.
Very exciting for the hummies.
Are you still liking your condo?
I'm very happy with my place.
No
You know,
more homeowners association issues?
so far, not yet. However, I still really want to get rid of the carpeting. And now with this allergy bullshit I'm going through, Tammy was like, you know what? You could probably have a doctor's note saying you've got to get rid of the carpet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with that angle. We'll see what happens. But no, I don't care for one of my next door neighbors, but so far he hasn't been annoying lately. So it's, it is what it's still very quiet.
A win's a win.
I haven't had any SWAT team activity since that last time. You'll have to listen to the pod, Gabe, to get that story. But I'm not going to
don't tell
I'm
them
not
one
going to
episode.
rehash it here.
Subscribe.
But yeah, no, things are still good. I was contemplating moving to the condo unit that was built across the street from mine because they have garages, they have central air rather than the wall units that I have. But apparently they're only rentals, and I'll absolutely not. I mean, my mortgage is so cheap. I got in at the best possible time. So
Yeah, and
I mean,
values,
my property value has doubled since I've lived there.
mine too.
So I'm very fortunate in that regard. So no, things are fine. The cats are lovely. Thank you for asking. Yeah. Yeah.
I was very worried about your cats.
Of course you were. Yeah. So, I mean,
I hadn't got an update. And
moving right along. Yeah. Cause you've been, so concerned.
very concerned.
But no, things are fine. Thank you for asking. Again, going to France this year, going to Omaha for a weekend.
Ugh, why?
I've got my Comic-Cons coming up at the end of the year. So we're just moving and shaking, trying to make things happen.
Oh, I did go skiing
Yes, you mentioned.
in Tahoe.
How was that? I've never been to Tahoe. Is it just like a skiing town? Is that what it's known for?
Well, it does have a lot of summer activities, but
okay.
But no, it's definitely claim to fame is the skiing. But I was surprised at how comparable the resorts were to like Vermont resorts.
Really?
I expected them to like blow Killington, Stowe, Okemo, Mount Snow out of the water, but they really didn't.
Do you mean by price or by by
pricing?
by activity?
Okay. Sweet Jesus! I know I haven't been skiing in Vermont in probably 5 years. I think I did Killington, but I think the last time I did it, the lift ticket was $70.
Well, I did get you that free ski package, whatever.
Yeah, and then like when we used to play trivia in Massachusetts at a place downtown, the first place prize every week was 4 lift tickets.
Oh, okay.
And they would alternate between Mount Snow, Killington, Okemo. It was incredible because that's basically like $300 worth of value there every week, and we won every week. But so like the most I'd ever paid for a lift ticket before was I think $70. Then I get invited by a couple friends to go to Tahoe. The first day was $173.
Jesus.
And then they're like, let's do another day. So I ended up getting some discount where I think I ended up paying like $134 for the 2 days each.
Okay.
Then they're like, can we stay for another day, do a third day? We'll go to Heavenly, which is fairly bougie. Like I was talking to some people, like, yeah, that's where the rich kids go. It's a big resort and they have a gondola and they have, that was $250.
Gross.
For 1 day.
Gross.
And
that's like Disney prices.
It's way more than Disney, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean Disney is getting up there. It's like I think it's like 160.
But like they're only open from 9 to 4.
Oh.
So it's only 7 hours of skiing. And so having been raised poor, like every time I go skiing, I am like literally, it's like, okay, I paid $250 for this lift ticket. I did one run.
Right.
That was $250 for that run. When I do 2 runs, it's down to $175.
Yeah.
When I do 3 runs, it's down to
I gotcha. Yep.
$80 a run.
Yeah.
And so like, and unfortunately the people I went with, they had season passes, so it wasn't as important to them.
Yeah.
And so I did a lot of skiing by myself, but I was really taken by the fact that like black diamonds there were probably easier than black diamonds at Killington.
Interesting.
And I was flying down the black diamonds. And
that's nice.
I was, when I first started, I was a little rocky. I hadn't been in 5 years, but
So you did your pizza, French fry.
No.
You did your
No. I haven't done that
That's
since the
all
first
I know
day.
about skiing.
I should take you sometime.
Oh God, no! Please,
You
no,
might
thank
die.
Yeah, I probably would. With
Let's
these,
go to Tahoe.
with these knees. Are you joking? Oh my God.
Well, so in talking to people, the people that were on the lifts were very friendly, and
Yeah.
everybody had their favorite place in Tahoe. But they're like, "Oh, if you really want to go to Colorado, go to Telluride, go to Breckenridge, go to Banff up in California.
Yeah.
Not in Canada.
Yeah. No. Skiing was not good for. I could snowboard okay, but I never actually did a. Full, I never actually did a full run. But I stayed up when I was trying. When I was being taught.
Okay.
When I was learning. Yeah.
Snowboarders are terrible.
But you know me, I fucking hate snow. Why would I? That's not an enjoyable activity for me, regardless.
It was pretty much spring skiing. You didn't even need to wear a jacket.
Chelsea Hitler, did you see what she did?
I don't know.
To celebrate her 50th birthday, she and all of her girlfriends.
She's only 50?
Yeah, she and all of her girlfriends went skiing, maybe 60, but they all went skiing in bikinis.
Was it warm out?
I don't know. There's snow on the grounds. I don't know. But apparently she's gone like topless before. Like she skis like every day. Like she loves to ski.
Well, delicate Californians definitely love to use their parkas any chance they get. Anytime it dips below 62.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I first visited you. I'm in a sundress and everybody else has these puffer jackets and beanies and scarves on and
snow boots.
Like, what is wrong with you?
Well, it definitely helped for skiing too.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, there were some people that were wearing practically nothing as they were going down the runs, and I was okay with them doing that.
Oh, I should have told Matthew Lawrence that I saw the Mrs. Doubtfire house when I was out there. Darn it, I didn't think about it.
It's funny, most people that live there don't realize it's not one of the painted ladies.
That's weird.
I know.
That's a weird. I mean, maybe they just get them confused.
Like if you ever bring it up, they're like, "Oh, I've seen it. It's on Alamo Square." Like, no, those are the painted ladies.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Full House house. No, it's not.
Yeah.
And then they look it up, and they're like, minds are blown.
Yeah.
But I mean, it features prominently in the closing credits or the opening credits. One of the
closing credits.
Yeah.
Yes, when they're at the park.
Yeah, but a lot happened in that city. There's a lot of great stuff, and like you saw, like itineraries write themselves. So
yeah, it's beautiful. It's wonderful out there.
Gonna have some people visiting.
Very nice.
Tim's going to come visit.
Very good. Very good.
Hopefully, my friend from New Hampshire, another Mike, is going to come.
There you go.
So I do love playing tour guides.
Well, that'll be nice having David as a roommate.
We'll see. We'll see.
Things change when you live with people. That's for sure.
It'll save me 8 minutes every night of driving out of the way to drop him off, his drunk ass off at his place.
That's a plus, sure.
Yeah, I mean,
now
I don't know.
Just be drunk at your house.
Yeah, but like it's a very very big space.
Yeah.
Only one bathroom though, which sucks. But
that does suck.
But like I set up my bedroom basically in what was supposed to be the dining room right off the kitchen.
Okay.
And then his bedroom will end up being like 50 feet away at the front of the house.
Okay.
Like with a nice bay window and everything.
Oh, very nice. So, very nice indeed.
Yeah. And he works
good.
from home. So
that's exciting.
he loves helping with the dogs. So
yeah.
Hopefully as I move forward with getting a new job, it'll be helpful. You can let them out whenever and I won't feel so obligated to pop home at lunch and whatnot. So
yeah, for sure. That's nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I haven't lived with anybody well, that's not true. I live with people when I lived here. It's been 3 years since I've lived with anybody, and it's not without its perks, but then again, it's not without its downsides too. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's very good.
Mm-hmm. You'll have to come and visit again soon. I'm sure
I'd love to.
You and David are basically the same person.
I don't know that I agree with that.
It's true.
I don't get drunk every night.
Well,
I haven't had alcohol
you act
2
like
years.
you do.
Okay.
You make bad decisions.
Being friends with you, being one of them, sure.
You become illogical.
Yes, being friends with you.
You start blabbering, not making any sense.
That's also not accurate at all.
It's very true. You thought it was Lou Vega and not Lou Vega.
I swear to God, my whole life. And we even owned his CD, for Christ's sake. I still every time, like every so often, they'll play Mambo Number 5 on my radio show, and every fucking time I'm like, God damn. And first of all, Vega just sounds better than Vega anyway.
Yeah, but
Vega sounds terrible.
I mean, to this day, the way you finished it with like, it's Lou Vega, Grandpa.
Well, and I learned a lesson that day, and that's all right.
What was that bar called in Derby? What is that one?
Which one?
The beer place.
THC?
Yeah, THC.
Was it that one? No, I thought it was the other one.
No, it was there. We were
Okay.
sitting at one of those long tables.
Oh, well.
It's Lou Vega, Grandpa. Still tell people about that.
I mean, and how old are you now?
We're not. You never
You're
ask.
you're a year younger than Leonardo DiCaprio. Is that right?
I don't.
Because
Yeah, I
you
think
got
so.
mad. You got all upset.
And I think I'm like the same age as Chris Evans, but
Okay.
and maybe he's I think he's like 10 months younger than me. But you never ask a lady her age, her weight, or her body count.
I mean, okay. Well, I mean, body count depends on the context. Certain things we don't mind sharing. We don't mind bragging about.
No,
You know.
we don't slut shame. We slut brag or slut praise.
Sure. I mean, you got to own it, you know? If you're going to make your decisions, own it and move on with your life. I don't have a problem with
Exactly.
shit. Whatever.
Yeah, we lost our co-stars.
Yeah, they got, I mean, we lost probably half the listeners on this pod, so that's okay. It happens.
It does. But look, we're perfectly at an hour. Wow.
We are.
Normally I go over.
I mean,
have so much to
hopefully
say.
all the audio is good.
I am
so-
also very tired. I haven't slept in like 500 hours.
Well, again, that was on you. You chose to watch 2 movies instead of actually sleep on the.
I feel like I'm getting my money's worth.
I guess.
And they were good. I enjoyed them.
I'm glad you watched them.
Normally I would just fall back on watching Bridesmaids or Devil Wears Prada, but neither of them were on
Which
their
is very
streaming
interesting
thing.
considering you hate women.
They're my guilty pleasure movies.
Okay.
I don't hate women.
All of the videos you send me would suggest otherwise.
No, I just think they're awful. I don't hate them. They're funny. I like, look at how funny those videos are. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
There's just the comments. That young girl trying to use a saw.
Oh yeah, the saw.
Yeah,
the hacksaw.
The hacksaw. Thank you. To try to get through a piece of wood and she just keeps trying so hard. And like you can see the frustration and like the fact that she just can't grasp what the problem is.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a difference there in the way our brains are wired.
I just bought a new drill the other day.
Ooh, say more.
It's a Black & Decker. It was on sale.
Not DeWalt.
It was on sale in a really nice bundle. Came with other tools, half of which I already had, but that's fine because now I have an upstairs toolbox and a downstairs toolbox. So
now you
that's
can really be
great.
dangerous.
That's great for me. It was like, I think it was $65 for the whole bundle. You can't get that. You can't get a drill on its own for $65 these days.
That's
and believe
true.
me, I looked.
I'm a DeWalt guy.
That's fair. I have no
I
problem
do
with
love
DeWalt.
my power tool.
It just happened to be the only product that was on sale.
I don't
know
own anything that's Black & Decker.
Black & Decker's all right. They've got good
Its day
stuff.
is done.
Okay, jeez.
I think they might have invented the first power drill or something like that.
Sure.
That was their claim to fame. But,
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, whatever. So now I have an upstairs drill and a downstairs drill. It's very exciting.
And I'm sure you use them both very frequently.
I like once a week.
Why?
Because I hang things. I have projects. I put a bookshelf up last
I've seen
month.
your walls. They're pretty full already.
No, I took down the wall of fame. You didn't see the update?
No.
Oh, yes. They've all been...
I typically don't pay attention.
Everything's been scanned in. I now have 2 TV monitors on the wall that just run a circular, a nice little screen. Not, what do you call it? A slideshow. So I have one that's all the autographs and one that's all the selfies. And that's how we're doing the Wall of Fame now. Because I ran out of wall space.
So you took them all down?
I took everything down and they're all scanned in now. And I just updated them with 90s Con. No, it's flashier. It's gorgeous. So now that wall is an art wall now.
With 2 flat screen TVs?
No, the flat screen TVs are in the living room. Next to the Bill Murray picture.
Wait, what's up on that wall then?
On that wall, it's now an art wall. So Fiona's got artwork up there. Some other friends have artwork up there. My bigger framed posters are up there. So Randy Rainbow's on that wall right now. Brett Goldstein from Ted Lasso, his autograph is on that wall. You don't know who I'm talking about, and that's fine. But yeah, it's lovely. The only problem I have now is because I bought all 3 TVs. I needed a new TV because my TV had crapped the bed. Like something happened with the one of the I forget what you call it.
Little panel things that go black or something.
And the color was fucked up. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm shopping around and I came up with this idea of doing the monitors. $89 a piece at Best Buy. Sure, great. So I got 3 of the exact same monitor, but now the problem is the remote is they're so sensitive now because they've been kind of living in the same room together. So if I now every time I turn my TV on, the 2 monitors come on, which is fine, but I have to select what I want. But even that
first world problems.
It is a first world problem. But thankfully, my cousin's giving me his large screen TV, so I'm going to move that smaller one to the guest room upstairs.
That's like when David moves in, our household will have 4 big screen TVs.
Jesus Christ!
One in the living room, or my room, one in his room, one in the living room, one in the sex room. I mean, the guest room.
Jesus. But for a while, I still don't have a TV in my bedroom.
Why?
I've just never, because I'm not hanging out in there. What do you fall asleep to? I watch a couple videos on my phone and then I go to bed.
I fall asleep to Frasier.
I will say I did get a new gooseneck phone holder. So that is on my end table, so I'm not holding the phone while I'm watching for an hour.
Okay.
And now I look like an old grandma with my phone on the gooseneck. Like, what are those Aussies doing on the beach?
Surprisingly appropriate.
It's great though. Mm-hmm. Hey, it works for me. That's all I need.
Are you embracing grandma status?
I mean, I always have.
Okay,
I like to be comfortable.
Old lady on the inside.
I like to be comfortable. I enjoy baked goods and a nice throw blanket. Look, I brought my throw blanket into this freezing home. This is my movie blanket. I take this to the theater every time. I'm going to take it in the summertime too because it's too goddamn cold.
Have you taken up knitting?
No. But I do buy knitting things for other people.
Maybe you should. I don't know. This might be the right trajectory for you.
No, I couldn't knit with the cats. Are you kidding me? They'd attack everything I'm trying to work on.
It'd be funny. They'd make for some great video content.
I can barely sew around them, for God's sakes.
It would make for some great content.
Sure. I would need more goosenecks, though, to hold the phone.
And more yarn. More thread.
Well, and now Joann's is gone, so what am I going to do?
I saw that.
I'm not going to Hobby Lobby, I'll tell you that.
Is all the business going
Sons
to Michael's then?
Yeah, Michael's and Hobby Lobby.
That's not cool.
Who else is out there?
I've never been in a Hobby Lobby.
Nor should you. I mean, I've heard it's a wonderful place. I've heard they've got a whole bunch of shit nobody needs, which is my kind of place. Your thing. Yeah.
Right up your alley.
My kind of place. But nope, not for me. Not doing it.
No, that's like even back on the Amazon thing.
Well, they get my money.
No, I haven't bought anything from Amazon since I moved into the new place. It's 4 months.
But what do you need? You don't need it.
I don't need much, but that's like the simple fact that it's there and it's such easy access.
Well, again, and it's better. It's the best thing for my wallet.
The thing is,
I try to shop around before I order from there.
My credit card associated linked with the account expired. And I did go to order something, but it told me I needed to update it, and I just didn't feel like it. And then a day passed, and then 2 days passed, and then maybe I just don't really need that. And then a month passes, and so I just don't need it. And Jeff Bezos doesn't. He's already gotten enough of my money.
Oh, he's such a piece of shit too. It's a shame.
They all are.
They all are.
I don't think there's any good ones.
The only good ones are Costco, Arizona Iced Tea, Trader Joe's.
It used to be Ben & Jerry's, but then they get rid of one of the CEOs for his being too progressive or something.
No, I think they're still okay. And there was one other company I was thinking. I mean, Paul Mitchell's not terrible.
The hair care products?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a good guy.
Okay.
He makes sure all of his work.
How about Head and Shoulders? Is that?
Well, I can only speak for Paul Mitchell. I know that he makes sure that he has breakfast and lunch provided for all of his workers at his factories. Cute. Yeah, because he's like, nobody should have to worry about whether or not they can eat, So things like that, and there's one other that was pretty okay, but whatever. Everybody sucks.
Yeah.
It's the world we live in. Like I said, it's not that I'm not happy about it, but I've just kind of, and I talk about this all the time with healthcare and shit like that too. Like your peni is full of microplastics. Yeah. Our brains have as much microplastic in it as a disposable spoon, a full-size disposable plastic spoon. Microplastics are everywhere. We're all going to die. Everything's a carcinogen. Gabe looks like, what's going on? What do you need? What's happening? Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's true.
It is true. You still need to see the film Dark Waters with Mark Ruffalo and see how badly 3M and Dow Chemical have fucked us all. Because now we all are full of forever chemicals, and there's nothing we can do about it. Anybody born after 1965 or something like that. Teflon's terrible. So many things. Scotch Guard.
But I don't think that
everything.
these things shouldn't be bioaccumulative. Like
They say
they should. Let's
Okay.
never. That's never. a
Listen,
good
they
way
have
to
more degrees than I
start.
do. So
Who's they?
I don't know. Specific doctors? I don't know. But hey.
Once again, it goes back on the. I don't really see the mechanism by which microplastics. You eat them, you breathe them in,
Yeah,
whatever,
we consume them, yeah.
and they end up in your blood.
Yeah. Because they're breaking down all the time.
But
so like this, like drinking out of this, I'm getting microplastics in my system.
but it's not like they just like linger in your brain.
But they
Why
do,
would
though.
they linger
They're just
in your
they're just
brain?
sitting there.
Why?
Because they get through your nervous system, your bloodstream, they get carried around all your cells.
But they keep getting carried around. They'd ultimately get filtered out by something. They get filtered out by the kidneys. They end up as kidney stones.
I don't know. I guess that's what they're not. They're saying it's not.
See, that's just like,
how
I
that's
mean,
how micro they are.
I don't know enough about the topic.
Nor do I.
I'm not a very reactionary person, as you know, with most of this stuff.
But again, my point is, I'm trying, because if you think about this stuff 24/7, you're just gonna blow your brains out.
Yeah.
And I can't live my life that way.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't necessarily accepted it, but I've accepted it. You know what I mean? Like, I recognize that this is the world that we live in. I'm not going to let it ruin my fucking life. I'm going to try and make smarter decisions where I can. But sometimes, okay, that sucks. It's a shame I got to do that, but that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah, like they're ubiquitous now, so it's not like they're escapable in any way. So
Right.
I don't like plastic. I don't.
Yeah, I
like
know you don't,
we've discussed before how, like, I try to have as little plastic in my kitchen as possible. I love glass. I love it. I love nice metal. I just like if I can avoid plastic, I will do it. I have glass straws. I have just so many things that. I've chosen to seek out alternatives to plastic.
Sure.
I don't like the feel. I don't like the quality. I don't like the sound. I just don't see any appeal.
Yeah. And that's fair. That's all right. Well, gang, on that note.
Very boring note to end on.
Anything more positive that we can put out there? Or I don't know.
Did we have anything? California's great. Everybody should come visit.
If you can afford it.
Everybody can afford to visit.
I don't know.
There's a lot of cheap things to do out there, kind of.
There's a decent
it's a great walking city.
Yeah, I mean, there is a decent amount of like free activities.
There's a lot of times the museums are free.
Driving up the coast is just a wonderful
Park
way to
is
spend the
mostly
day.
Free. Yeah, we've done some great rides.
Yeah.
Going to the headlands, going over the bridges. Yeah, it's that's positive.
Yeah.
Can't really think much else going on that's positive.
Well, I'm looking forward to going to France. That's going to be great. Yeah.
Bring me back some wine and cheese.
No.
And pretty French boys that bathe.
Also, no. Well, that's going to be hard to find. Sorry for you.
No, make it so. Hose them down.
I don't know what to do.
Hose them down at least.
I'll bring one back with a very nice bar of French soap, and then good luck to you. I can. The suggestion can be made. That's as far as I can
go.
go.
That could become part of foreplay.
Oh, well, you know what? Gang, this was Try Not to Curse. Our dear friend Mike Ron Steve back with us. Happy to have you home for a couple of days.
Great to be here with you.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you next time.